Guess who's gonna pay it? Guess who's gonna pay it? The one, according to her own cousin, okay, that got a disability check when she was a kid for being just a tad bit off. Tad bit. Just a little bit. This is unfortunate the way they playing this little girl in her face. Same way she played in his face when she said she cooked for him and she made some white rice and spinach out of the bag and it was a sweet potato. I don't know what it was. I don't know what that meal was. After he had just eaten a full meal over at Remy's house the day before. He had spent time with her. Yeah. Claressa, I know you don't like me. That is okay. But I'm really sitting here doing you a favor. The man is not divorcing his wife. She's not divorcing him because you are the lick. He is going to help his wife to get out of debt using the money that you make from fighting. So in my opinion, he's giving you a fake $8 million deal, which is credit. It's there. But if you go win, you don't need it. There's no money. There's no money. Like he ain't got no hair under that hat. Just know, she ain't got none, he ain't got none. And now it's just a lien. It's only a matter of time before they come take the house. It's only a matter of time before Remy be streaming on TikTok, asking y'all for cash out.
Tasha K just dropped a few words that could put the entire conversation around Claressa, Remy Ma, and Papoose under an even bigger spotlight. Her message was blunt: you are the lick. And then she raised a question that immediately grabbed attention. If Remy Ma really has a reported $622,474.76 tax debt, who is ultimately going to deal with that obligation? But that's only where the story begins. Tasha K also questioned the widely discussed $8 million deal, suggesting that people may be misunderstanding what that figure actually represents. According to the claims being discussed, the amount was connected to credit or financial commitments rather than simply being handed over as cash. Then there's the divorce. Another major point Tasha K raised was whether the divorce was actually finalized or whether the process was withdrawn. That's a crucial distinction because a withdrawn divorce proceeding is not the same thing as a completed divorce. And then she made an even bigger allegation about Claressa and Papoose, questioning whether the two are actually in a traditional relationship at all or whether there could be business and financial arrangements influencing what the public is seeing. Those are serious claims, and they remain allegations unless supported by independently verified evidence. Welcome back to Shella Elite, where we break down the biggest celebrity stories and separate the public record from the speculation. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update. Today, we're going through the claims surrounding Tasha K's latest discussion, including the financial figures, the alleged $8 million arrangement, the divorce situation, and the questions surrounding Claressa and Papoose. According to the discussion, Tasha K referenced public documents, names, and financial figures while presenting her interpretation of the situation during a live broadcast. So before we jump to conclusions, it's important to remember one thing. We're discussing information that has been publicly presented and allegations made by commentators. Not every claim has been independently verified. With that said, the numbers and the timeline are exactly why this story is getting so much attention. Let's break it all down.
Little trick. Woo! Papoose was out here looking for a trick. And he got one. Yes, beautiful girl, beautiful, gorgeous girl. Y'all ain't gonna tell me Claressa ugly. I'm sorry, she's not. She don't care what 50 Cent got to say. At this point, the way 50 Cent running through women around here, I don't even think he really like women like that, in my opinion. Okay? Accused of doing some of the same things Diddy has been accused of, so I don't care. Everything but the baby oil.
Papoose was allegedly heard on audio saying, "I need a trick," and Tasha K then claimed that he had found one. But what made her commentary even more surprising was the fact that she immediately came to Claressa's defense. Tasha K emphasized that Claressa is beautiful, accomplished, and clearly has a lot going for her. She pushed back against people criticizing Claressa's appearance, making it clear that she did not see her as someone who deserved to be mocked or attacked. And that is what made this part of the discussion so uncomfortable. Tasha K wasn't necessarily trying to tear Claressa down. Instead, she appeared to be expressing sympathy for her. She argued that, allegedly, Claressa could be a successful and accomplished woman who genuinely believes she is in a serious relationship while potentially being treated as a source of financial support. The word trick, as it was being used in this discussion, referred to someone who provides financial resources while believing they are receiving genuine romantic commitment in return. According to Tasha K's interpretation, that is allegedly what Papoose may have been looking for. And rather than celebrating that possibility, Tasha K appeared genuinely saddened by it. That completely changed the tone of the conversation. Instead of simply attacking Claressa, the commentary raised a much bigger question. Could someone who believes they are building a genuine relationship actually be overlooking financial or professional motives that other people can see from the outside? Of course, those are allegations and interpretations, not facts. The people directly involved are the only ones who know the full reality of their private relationship. But Tasha K's comments have added another layer to an already complicated controversy, especially because she framed Claressa less as the villain and more as someone who could potentially be unaware of what is happening around her.
So the Christmas thing had me bothered, had a lot of y'all bothered. Claressa spent Christmas alone. She was live in the Louis Vuitton store buying Louis Vuitton bags and a duffel bag. Posted the receipt of the duffel bag online, had Papoose give her a Louis Vuitton box with a duffel bag in it and forgot that she had posted the receipt stating that she bought the duffel bag that he gifted her. That she said, hey, can you get this online so people would think you bought me something? Okay, cool, I'm gonna sit down right here like this. All right, right there, put the camera up, let's go. Same way he was holding the camera for Remy Ma, that she claims that he was not with on Christmas Day when they was in the store. And when this video came out and they put it in my DM and I posted it, the owner of this fur coat store deleted the videos. He got a call mysteriously to delete immediately, but too late. Tasha K already had it, boo. Proof that they was together on Christmas. He was with his kids, his wife, Remy.
Claressa was reportedly live from Louis Vuitton on Christmas Day, where she purchased a duffel bag and allegedly posted the receipt showing her own name on the transaction. Then, things took an even more interesting turn. According to the claims being discussed, Papoose later presented that same bag as a Christmas gift for her. That immediately raised questions about where the bag actually came from and who originally purchased it. But that wasn't the only detail drawing attention. A video reportedly surfaced from a fur coat store showing Papoose with someone on Christmas Day. The situation became even more suspicious after claims that the store owner received a mysterious phone call and deleted the footage shortly afterward. However, Tasha K reportedly said she had already obtained a copy of the video before it disappeared. Now, people are examining the footage and pointing to alleged similarities involving the camera angle and even the clothing worn by the store owner, suggesting that the video may have been connected to an earlier recording. Of course, none of those observations automatically prove what happened, and the circumstances surrounding the footage have not been independently established. But here's why the story continues to attract attention. If a video was actually deleted after someone requested that it be removed and another copy had already been saved, deleting the original would not necessarily make the footage disappear completely. That is exactly why this alleged Christmas Day footage has become another major talking point in the ongoing controversy. The bigger question now is simple. Who purchased the bag, who ultimately received it, and what exactly was captured inside that store that someone allegedly wanted removed?
$8 million from to give to Claressa for fights. When we got pawn shop receipts from Remy Ma of Papoose pawning, is this a chain or a jacket? A bracelet, a necklace. Remy Ma claims that Papoose pawned her bracelet because he needed cash. She said he was broke. He didn't help with no money, no bills, no nothing. Remy put him out. He moves into Claressa Shields' apartment and start driving her car and wearing her jewelry. And she wearing his because she thinks that he bought her a chain when it was his chain. That's why she looked at him when he gave her the chain for her birthday. And she was like, well, where's your chain? I don't see your chain on you. Where's it? Oh, it's on me? Oh, but you said this was new. Doesn't matter, it's diamond, it's real. Yeah.
Claressa was reportedly live from Louis Vuitton on Christmas Day, where she purchased a duffel bag and allegedly posted the receipt showing her own name on the transaction. Then, things took an even more interesting turn. According to the claims being discussed, Papoose later presented that same bag as a Christmas gift for her. That immediately raised questions about where the bag actually came from and who originally purchased it. But that wasn't the only detail drawing attention. A video reportedly surfaced from a fur coat store showing Papoose with someone on Christmas Day. The situation became even more suspicious after claims that the store owner received a mysterious phone call and deleted the footage shortly afterward. However, Tasha K reportedly said she had already obtained a copy of the video before it disappeared. Now, people are examining the footage and pointing to alleged similarities involving the camera angle and even the clothing worn by the store owner, suggesting that the video may have been connected to an earlier recording. Of course, none of those observations automatically prove what happened, and the circumstances surrounding the footage have not been independently established. But here's why the story continues to attract attention. If a video was actually deleted after someone requested that it be removed and another copy had already been saved, deleting the original would not necessarily make the footage disappear completely. That is exactly why this alleged Christmas Day footage has become another major talking point in the ongoing controversy. The bigger question now is simple. Who purchased the bag, who ultimately received it, and what exactly was captured inside that store that someone allegedly wanted removed?
You come up, mentions me, says anything or do anything that I don't like. Every time your current come up situation, I'ma drag you. And every time you bring your little girly self on here and saying something, I'ma drag you. Every time, Willie. I'm gonna drag you every time, Willie.
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 Because it was a few of y'all in my comments saying, Papoose name ain't Willie.
The biggest question people are asking now is simple. Where would Papoose have gotten millions of dollars to help fund Claressa's fights, supposedly? That question has sparked even more debate because critics keep pointing back to previous allegations made by Remy Ma about his finances during their marriage. According to claims that have been discussed publicly, Remy previously accused Papoose of pawning some of her jewelry for cash and alleged that he wasn't contributing financially to the household. Those accusations have been repeated online, but they remain allegations rather than facts. Critics also point to the timeline that has been discussed publicly. According to their interpretation, Papoose allegedly moved from Remy's home into Claressa's apartment, began using her car, and then later gave her a diamond chain for her birthday. But it's the story behind that chain that has people talking. According to the account being shared, Claressa immediately noticed that Papoose was no longer wearing the chain he normally had around his neck. She reportedly asked him where it was, and his answer was essentially, "It's on you now." That led to another question. Claressa allegedly reminded him that he had described the chain as a new gift. His response, according to the story, was that it didn't matter because the chain was real and made of diamonds. And that's where critics say the explanation started sounding strange. Their theory is that he may have simply taken his own chain, placed it in a gift bag, and presented it as a birthday present rather than purchasing something new. Of course, that interpretation has not been independently verified, and only the people involved know exactly what happened. Still, the story has become part of the larger online discussion because critics believe it raises questions about Papoose's financial situation.
Their argument is straightforward. If someone is being accused of struggling financially, then stories involving expensive gifts and claims about multi-million-dollar deals naturally invite scrutiny. That doesn't prove that any of the allegations are true. It simply explains why people continue comparing the public claims about his finances with the lifestyle and gifts that have been discussed online. And that's really the bigger issue here. The internet is trying to reconcile two very different narratives, one suggesting financial struggles during his marriage to Remy Ma, and another involving expensive gifts, luxury purchases, and claims surrounding Claressa's career. Until more verifiable information is made public, the debate is likely to continue, with supporters and critics interpreting the same stories in completely different ways.
Financial records, and it took us a long time to get these, but when we got these and we saw that he currently owes and has not paid taxes for the past, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, not 12, but 13 years. This man what does that say, Jasmine? 3, what does it say?
I want to say it says...
That's the 180,000.
It's down here at the bottom. I can't...
You can't read it. Why you can't see it? Hold on, let me pull it up. Give me a second. Y'all see it? Yeah, this say Willie Mackey on the document. Willie Mackey liens, okay? Hold on for a sec. We actually got 2 of these documents. Liens, okay? So this one says 100, as of last year, $182,492.59, okay? This is a notice of a federal tax lien under William Willie Mackey. Okay.
Tasha K claimed the financial records went back far beyond just a few years. According to her commentary, the records she discussed allegedly showed more than a decade of unpaid federal tax obligations connected to the name William Willie Mackey. She reportedly cited one amount of approximately $182,492.59 and then pointed to a second alleged federal tax lien of $309,856.83. The document revealed itself to be anything but smooth. Because the discussion was happening live, Tasha K and Jasmine appeared to have difficulty reading some of the smaller details on the documents. They were reportedly trying to zoom in, locate the second record, and make sense of the information in real time. But despite the confusion, the numbers became the focus of the conversation. Tasha K then reportedly brought up tax-related records involving Remy Ma and cited an amount of approximately $622,474.60. She paused before asking a question that immediately changed the tone. Guess who was going to pay it? According to Tasha K's argument, the bigger issue was the financial connection she believes exists between Papoose and Claressa. She pointed to the alleged tax obligations attributed to William Willie Mackey, the separate alleged lien, and the tax amount she discussed in connection with Remy. She then connected those figures to Claressa's reported professional earnings and the claim surrounding an $8 million deal. But there is an important distinction here. An $8 million deal does not automatically mean that $8 million in cash was deposited into someone's account. Depending on the terms of a contract, a reported deal amount can involve credit, guarantees, future earnings, performance requirements, or other conditions. That is why the actual contract terms would matter before anyone could determine exactly how much money was available and who controlled it.